This is Alicia and welcome to Last Minute Psych. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to score high marks on this 22 mark design question from A-level psychology. This is not a knowledge recall question. This is an application question. The examiner wants to see whether you can design a realistic study using a questionnaire. Now, over here, this is the structure of the question. You must answer A, plan the study, which is for 10 marks. B1, which is describe knowledge for 4 marks. B2, apply two features for 4 marks. C1, reason for format, 2 marks. C2, weakness of format for 2 marks. Marks are spread. Don't rush part A only. Here is a question that we are going to answer today. Plan a study using a questionnaire to investigate thoughts about fires in people diagnosed with pyromania. Your plan must include details about question format, questionnaire technique. First, part A is worth 10 marks. This is where most students lose marks because they forget specific required features. You must include technique, question format, example questions, number of questions, and scoring. If you forget scoring, you immediately lose marks. Start with aim. Now, over here, for our example, the aim could be to investigate thoughts and feelings about fire in individuals diagnosed with pyromania. Keep it simple and focused. Then describe your sample, who they are and how you selected them. So 20 diagnosed individuals from clinics, that is opportunity sampling. Then state the technique. For example, an anonymous online questionnaire distributed via clinics. Next, clearly say whether your questions are open, closed, or both. Next, what you have to do over here is give at least two clear examples of questions. So here for a closed question, it could be something like, I feel tension before setting a fire, from strongly disagree to strongly agree, or I feel relief after seeing a fire. And an open question is describe how you feel when watching a fire. After that, explain how responses will be scored. For example, Likert scale responses scored from 1 to 5 with a total impulse score calculated and mean scores analyzed. Finally, you must include ethics because this is a sensitive clinical group. And the next question, which is part B1 for 4 marks, is based on knowledge. This is straightforward AO1 question. Describe ICD 11 criteria for pyromania, tension before, relief after, attraction to fire, and absence of other motives. For part B2, you have to apply two features. Over here is where many students fail. You must explain how two features of that knowledge informed your design. For example, because ICD 11 states individuals feel tension before fire setting, you included a Likert question measuring tension. That is application. Next is going to be part C, which asks for one strength and one weakness of your question format. These must be applied to your study. If using closed questions, you might say they allow easy comparison between participants with pyromania. If using open questions, you might say they provide rich insight into emotional experiences. Always link back. If you follow this structure, the question becomes predictable and high scoring. Okay, this is the next question, which is asked for 2 marks, wherein for closed, like I said, you can say that it limits response options, and for open, it is difficult to analyze. Both these questions, or all of these questions rather, must be linked back to your study that you have talked about. Now, let's talk about why students lose marks on this question. The biggest mistake is forgetting the specific features required in part A. Many students describe a study generally, but they forget to include the number of questions. the scoring system, or the questionnaire technique. If you don't state these clearly, you automatically lose marks. Another common mistake is in part B2. Students often repeat the theory instead of explaining how it informed their study design. Remember, you are not just describing ICD 11 again, you are showing how it shaped your questions. A third mistake is giving generic strengths and weaknesses in part C. For example, saying open questions give rich data without linking it to people with pyromania. The examiner wants application. Always connect your answer back to your specific study. Finally, some students forget ethics. This is a clinical population. You must mention informed consent, confidentiality, and psychological support. Without ethics, your plan feels incomplete. If you avoid these mistakes, your mark immediately improves. Here is the most important tip for this question. Think checklist. The mark scheme literally tells you what must be included. So when you see that word, treat it like a checklist item. Before moving to the next part, quickly ask yourself, did I include technique? Did I include format? Did I give example questions? Did I explain scoring? Did I mention number of questions? If yes, you're already moving into higher marks. Also, structure your answer clearly, use paragraphs, make it easy for the examiner to see each feature. If they can find it easily, they can award marks easily. This question is not about being creative, it's about being systematic. If you are organized, you can realistically score 18 to 22 marks here. So that's how you approach the 22 mark design question in A level psychology. This is specifically for clinical psychology. Remember, part A is structured and methodical. Part B is knowledge plus application. Part C is evaluation, but always linked to your design. When you understand the structure, this question stops being intimidating and becomes predictable. If